Hey friends, what's up? This is Phillip, and I'm here to tell you why I no longer have the American Express Gold Card. So, you saw in a video, a couple of videos back, where I talked about how much value, $11,000 I got just off of one trip using American Express miles from the American Express Gold Card. And so, I got $11,000 worth of value, and I paid a $250 annual fee. And I viewed that as a positive win. And I think everybody else, when you're doing that math, it checks out, right? But I am here to say that I don't have the gold card anymore. And so the reason why is interesting, and we'll kind of get into it. So basically, I did have the American Express Gold Card. That was actually my first American Express card. And basically, with that card, I was able to get 212,000 points between spending between me and my wife, some Rakuten bonuses, things like that. And that was a really incredible opportunity for me. And so with all that value, why do I no longer have the American Express Gold Card? So there's a couple of different reasons for that, right? So the first one here is that I now have the American Express Business Gold Card. And so I was able to qualify for the 150,000 point offer for $15,000 in spend across 3 months. And so I'm almost done with this one. So I will have 150,000 Amex points, which I'm super excited to have. And I'm going to redeem it for a trip later that I will tell you about. So that is the first thing. So I have the American Express Gold Card, Business Gold Card, and that's giving me 4x on restaurants and then also 4x on gas stations. Those are the two categories that I'm probably most likely to need every month because I don't do a whole lot of digital advertising, things like that, right? And so that is what I have. But what I did do is when the annual fee hit the $325 with the gold card, I decided to call the American Express reconsideration line, or not reconsideration line, rather. I decided to call in to see if there were any retention offers. And so a retention offer is when they essentially pay you to keep the card open for a year. So I called this line, and I found out that I had no retention offers. And I feel like that's kind of becoming the norm a little bit now. I feel like most people have been saying that same thing about it. But what I decided to do was I wanted to see if there were any upgrade offers, because I knew I was going on this trip in particular, and I knew that I wanted to have lounge access for that trip. So I asked if they had any upgrades, and apparently you actually had to talk to a completely different department. So the retention department is different from the upgrade department for whatever reason, but it is what it is. And I did find out that I actually had a 125,000 point offer if I spend $6,000 over the course of the next 6 months for my new platinum card. And so that is why I decided to get this one. And so I converted my regular gold card into the platinum card. And so now I will have this for the next year. And once I make it this one, I will have 150,000 points for the business gold card, and then I will have 125,000 points for the platinum card. So that is why I no longer have the personal gold. So here's the thing though. I super duper want the American Express Gold Card. And the reason why is because, first of all, I got full use of the credits. And we can talk about that in a second. But the most important reason is because we do a lot of grocery shopping. I'm sure you do a lot of grocery shopping. And actually in places that I would use the American Express Gold Card for. And so those are places that are actual grocery stores. So we're not talking about Costco. We're not talking about Sam's, right? And we're also not talking about Target and Walmart. Now, I do a little bit of shopping at Walmart because I have the free Walmart Plus subscription through my Platinum card and the Business Gold Card now. And so what I'm doing with that is, so I usually get like paper towels, toilet paper, things like that from Walmart Plus. And then I also do delivery from my local Aldi and some Publix orders as well. And so those are the two grocery stores that I use most often for actual groceries. And both of those code as 4X for grocery spend. And so that's a pretty decent amount of spend. And so that's, roughly at least 4,000 to 5,000 points a month that I'm leaving on the table by not having this category used. Now, I can use my Saver card, which I do from time to time, but I also use it on my Amex Business card because I'm also trying to work toward this sign-up bonus. And so that is kind of important, right? So I'm not really losing out on a whole lot right now, but I know I will down the road, and I want to fix that. So I also get a lot of benefits from the credits. So let's talk about the credits. So let's talk Resi first of all. So Resi is perhaps one of the more controversial additions to the American Express refresh of the Gold Card last July rather, not January. Sorry about that. And so in July they announced the Resi credit, and that's $100. So that's $50 each 6-month period. So the first 6 months we used a brunch place that's in a nice part of town in Orlando, and we got that $50 refunded nearly immediately. And this was actually the first week of the refresh. I was able to use it. So for the last 6 months, I took my wife out to a really fancy restaurant that we actually couldn't get reservations to, but I did have the Resi Global Dining Access program that had some special reservation access, and I was able to get that, and then we got $50 off of that bill as well. So that's $100 squared away that I certainly would have used regardless. So that's $100 of value towards that $325 annual fee. So let's talk about the Dunkin' Donuts credits. So Dunkin' Donuts, a lot of people like to talk badly about it. I get it, right? Dunkin' Donuts is not in every part of the country, but Dunkin' Donuts is expanding. They're trying to kind of fight that, their current kind of Northeast label, right? Possibly working class label, right? So they're fighting that, and so the reason it makes sense why Dunkin' Donuts would want to be a part of the MX experience, right? They're trying to expand their outreach. They've shifted from Dunkin' Donuts to Dunkin'. They've kind of reached out to have more premium breakfast sandwiches, things like that, and so it makes sense on a business level why they are there. Now, from a consumer level, it depends on whether or not you like Dunkin' Donuts. And it turns out I do. Like, I'll use it once or twice a month, right? And that's for free. So from the month of July until I stopped having the card, so March, I got that $7 a month. And so you'll have that total as well in the graphic. But so between the $100, the $7 a month for the Dunkin' Donuts credit, we're already doing pretty well. Now let's talk about the two credits. I'm going to talk about them together because I use them pretty much together. So we have the dining credit, and that is through, it used to have Shake Shack, but now it has Five Guys. And now it has Gold Belly is also available, and there's Grubhub. So let's talk about Grubhub because that is the vast majority of my redemption of this credit. So I work downtown Orlando, and there's about 5 restaurants that are both on Uber Eats and Grubhub. And those 5 restaurants are actually exactly the same as far as pricing goes from if you go into the restaurant or if you pick up through either Uber Eats or Grubhub. So if you take a look at that, I'm already picking up that food, right? I'm already eating there because I go to work every day. And so those are basically essentially 2 free meals that I'm getting each month with the Gold Card, at least that I was getting, but I'm not getting anymore because I have because I no longer have the personal Gold Card. And so those 2 free dinners or the 2 free lunches rather, kind of a big deal to me. And so because I'm able to use the $240 in between the Uber credit and the dining credit, and also because I'm able to use $100 in Resi credits and also the $7 a month with Dunkin' Donuts, I'm kind of excited about getting that card again. So what is my roadmap? So I have a couple of different options. First of all, if there's a no lifetime language offer, a welcome offer for an American Express Gold Card, I would be certainly willing to take a look at that, right? Because I already got the welcome bonus for the Gold Card once, so I'd have to wait at least 7 to 10 years, possibly, before getting it again. Or what I could do is I can upgrade my American Express Green Card. So I got this last year because I was doing a lot of travel during the summer, but I was also not doing it, and I didn't have a Hilton credit card, and I was also staying at other properties that don't have a credit card loyalty program. And so this gets $3 or 3 points per dollar on pretty much any kind of travel or transit. So tolls, taxes, or not tolls, parking fees, right? Tolls and parking fees, and then we also do like travel, airfare, things like that, right? So a lot of 3% category or 3 times categories, including dining, actually, on this card as well. And so this will come up due to be replaced in May, is when the next annual fee will hit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to see if there is, first of all, a retention offer, which there may not be for the green card. I haven't seen a whole lot of information on there being one, but I'm hoping that there is something in the way of a upgrade option or offer. And so if there's something like, say, 30,000 points to get to the Gold Card or something like that, I will definitely leap on that. I'll have the personal Gold Card, the business Gold Card, and the Platinum Card until at least I get rid of either of those next year. So pretty much basically I currently don't have the American Express Gold Card, but I'm kind of feeling it, right? Like I'd really like to be a part of that club, and so that's kind of what I would like to do with my time. And so pretty much that is why I don't have the American Express Gold Card, but I super duper want one again. And so that's one reason why I don't have the American Express Gold Card, but I really want one moving forward, at least in a couple months by the time I hit down my current sign-up bonuses that I'm working on right now. That is what I want to do. So I will let you know once I get it again, and I will let you know how I get it, because I don't know currently right now. But I'm very excited about what the future holds, and I can't wait to share it with you. So that's it for me. Have a great day, and thanks so much for joining.